baby. Melted guns. Getting onto the freeway. Wow. Crazy.
Shalom, Akim. Let's read Ezekiel chapter 32, verse 27. It says, "And they shall not lie with the mighty that are fallen of the uncircumcised, which are gone down to hell with their weapons of war. And they have laid their swords under their heads. But their iniquities shall be upon their bones, though they were the terror of the mighty in the land of the living. Yeah, thou shalt be broken in the midst of the uncircumcised, and shall lie with them that are slain with the sword. There is Edom. There is Edom, her kings, and all her princes, which with their might are laid by them that were slain by the sword. They shall lie with the uncircumcised, and with them that go down to the pit." Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi, Barakatha Yahawah, Barakatha Yahawashi. Call Halayullah Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Habakakadash. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and is pushing the gospel of this great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwah that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. Let's read 33. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 6. It says, "But if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand." The clip that you saw was a video that I recorded on my way to work yesterday evening. Esau's not playing any games no more, man. Esau's not playing no games no more. The Most High is about to unleash Esau Edom upon you 2/3 and upon the prophets out here. But the scriptures say that he will save his elect. He will provide for his elect. He will watch over his elect. He made that promise. And here in the final days, we're seeing Esau Edom make his final move. This is the last of his empire, and he's gonna go out with a bang. With a bang. This is Ezekiel chapter 35. Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 3, it says, "And say unto it," as a matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. It says, "Moreover, the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, What is Mount Seir? Mount Seir is the home of Esau, Edom. Mount Seir is the home of the Edomites. This is speaking to the Edomites, these so-called white people. This is the house of Edom. Speak against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith Yahawah Power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahawah, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. We are at the end of our persecution. We're at the end of our sentence. We have paid a hefty price for the shit that we did. For the sins of our fathers, we have paid a hefty price for this. And we've had to be under the rulership of this wicked devil. These Edomites. These so-called white people, we've had to be under their wicked rulership and live under subjugation. But the time of our redemption is at hand. The time of our iniquity is over. The time of our calamity is at an end. Very soon we're going to be redeemed and we're going to be saved out of this place. And Esau Edom is going to get punished for what he's done to us. And all the mayhem that's about to hit this world real soon, it's about to be heavy on you Israelites, man. And the Most High is going to allow 2/3 of y'all to be horribly destroyed, because the word has gone out. The word has been out there. The watchmen have been on. We have been on our watch. We have been spreading the word. We've been pushing the doctrine. We've been warning the sheep. We've been feeding the flock. We've been out here on these street corners. Everyone, everywhere has heard of the Hebrew Israelites. Everyone. Even those that want to pretend they haven't heard it, they know it. They've heard it. They've heard it some way, somewhere, in some form or fashion. They've heard it. There's no more excuse. There's no more excuse. We've been mentioned in the mainstream media. We've been mentioned in the athletic circles. The more they demonize us, the more we're known among the people. And the more we're known among the people, the more we're sought out. And when we're sought out, the doctrine reaches them. Doesn't matter if they believe or not. What's important is that they've heard it. Let's get that. Let's get that. And here we are at the precipice. At the precipice. When it's time for Esau Edom to come down heavy and rain that vengeance. This is Matthew chapter 24. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 8. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. We've dealt with the T.D. Jakes. We've dealt with Joel Osteens. We've dealt with Creflo Dollars. We've dealt with Juanita Bynums. We've dealt with all these wicked false prophets out here that have led our people astray. We've dealt with them. And the words have gone out and have destroyed all this false doctrine. All these false prophets. The word has gone out. Let me read that again. It says, and many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You're about to see that. You're about to see the love of many wax cold real soon. You're about to see the famines, and the famines is going to bring forth cannibalism. Cannibalism. When there ain't no food on these shelves, there's no more food in these houses. You about to see people degrade themselves to the point where they're eating their own children, their own neighbors. You've seen it. You've heard it. You've heard it from Alex Jones. Alex Jones himself admitted, if it comes to it, I will kill my own neighbor and eat them. That's Alex Jones. How much more the people that follow him? This is verse 14, Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And now we're at the end. The truth about who the Israelites are has come across the entire world. Everyone has heard of it. Everyone. Every race of people have heard it. Everyone. They know now that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Indian is the Israelite. The way Benjamin Friedman would word it, the people of Bible lore. We descend from those people, the very people that were saved out of Egypt, the very people who have men like Samson, men like David, men like Samuel. Huh? You see what I'm saying? Men of renown, men like Ezekiel, the prophets, like Isaiah, like Elijah, like Moses. And out of this stock came the king, Yahawah Hamashiach. You best understand, man. These devils hate that. Let me see. Let me see if I can't get that, man. See if I can't get that. Let's go to Revelations. Let's go to Revelations. Revelations. Call Allah Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, man. We at that time, man. We are at that time. We are at that time. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. He has persecuted Israel. He has persecuted Israel, the Israelites, because we brought forth, because out of Israel came forth the king, Yahawah Hamashiach. Verse 14, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and an half a time, from the face of the serpent. You see, these devils couldn't pinpoint us. They couldn't pinpoint where we are. Because if you understand, Israel numbers as the sand of the sea. We cannot be numbered. We're all over the place. We're all over the entire world. And these Edomites know that so long as there is at least one or two Israelites, the nation can always be rebirthed. The nation can always come back. The Most High gave them a charge. If you can number the stars of heaven, if you can search out the earth beneath, then I'll cast away Israel from being my people. And what have you seen Edom doing? What have you seen these white people doing? These so-called white people, what have they been doing? They've been studying the stars. They've been trying to search out the depths of the oceans. They've been diving underneath the grounds. Why? So they could try and measure all of this, so that Israel wouldn't be a people anymore. But they can't do it. They can't do it. This is their final alternative. Destroy the Israelites. And it's coming, man. It's coming. Let's go to verse 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh, and have the testimony of Yahawashi HaMashiach. They come to make war with us. You see, so long as we was calling ourselves black, so long as we was calling ourselves Latinos, Native Americans, so long as we were calling ourselves that, they didn't have a problem with it. So long as we was eating pork, shrimp, lobster, crab, they didn't have a problem with that. As long as we remained adverse to the Most High's laws, they was good. They was good because they know that they can win as long as the Israelites continue to do what the Most High don't want them to do. That's the only way these heathens can stay above us, is if we're not doing what the Most High commanded us to do. As long as we go around saying the law is done away with, they're cool with that. They're cool with that. But it's not the same no more. The elect have been sealed. The elect have woken up. And it's time for Esau, Edom to get busy. The famine of the word is coming. The famine of the word is coming. You ain't going to hear this word no more. You're not going to hear this word anymore. Let's get Amos. Let's get Amos, man, because that Revelation chapter 12, verse 12 was coming out every day now. It's coming out every day. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. They shall not find it, man. They shall not find it. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no getting around this. There's no getting around the prophecies. Esau Edom is being unleashed. And he's about to cut off all communication. You ain't going to hear the prophets no more. The Most High is shutting that down. The same way it happened with Noah. Noah preached for 120 years. And then the Most High said, stop. Enough talk. Enough talk. No more warning these people, because I'm sick of waiting. It's time to destroy them. And we about to see this destruction come fiercely. This is Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 8. It says, again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, Prophesy and say, thus saith Yahawah. Say a sword. A sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Two-thirds of you niggas is about to be destroyed out here, man. You niggas, you spicks, you wetback tontos, y'all jokers, man. Y'all about to be done out here, man. Cause y'all wouldn't listen. Y'all wouldn't listen. We just got a straight up message from the elites that we coming for you blacks and Latinos. We coming for you first. You best understand, man, this thing's about to get wild. It's about to get crazy out here. Let me see something here. Let's go to Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 7 verse 2. It says, Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the tables of thy heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding my kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flatters with her words. You see what I'm saying? Take hold of this wisdom. Take hold of this knowledge. Take hold of it, man. Ain't no more time for games, man. Ain't no more time for games, dude. This thing is over with, man. Let's go back to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 15. This is Jeremiah chapter 15 verse 1. It says, Then said Yahawah unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, Whither shall we go? Whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, Thus saith Yahawah, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 cons, saith Yahawah, the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. It's about to be destruction out here, man. And all those that's been playing around, that haven't been taking his word seriously, you're about to be destroyed real soon. Alright, I'm going to cut that there, man. This thing's about to get real out here, dude. It's about to get real out here. I want to say, call Allah, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawashi. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. Shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. Shalom.